Do a quick mic check here before we get going. Do a quick mic check here before we get going. Alright, looks like qualifying has just about completed here. So take a look, and is going to be the 6 of Bud Steele, and actually now that I remember correctly for us. So we'll get this back up and running here in just a moment, and then we will go through our starting. He's been really fast, just has had some bad luck lately, unfortunately. And the next to him in the 28 is Charles Johnson in 4th. Just 5 laps into this, and you can already see it starting to kind of take its toll on some of these cars. You see Jim Brooks here is able to sneak around Art Peck there in the 36. That'll move Jim now up into the 9th position, I believe. Yeah, started 16th already up to 9th, so that's a really good start for him. 88 Michael Spill's back on track already. And then right now, I said the field's pretty spread out here. As I said, that caution is out, and I think it actually may have been the 88 Michael Spell. And I think what probably happened there was he was probably trying to stay out of the way of the leaders as he was exiting the pits. You'll notice, I said we'll see this on the replay here. You'll look on the cones here, and the problem with the way you have to kind of be careful. You can see the lap cars or leaders coming around behind him here. So you kind of catch those cones and just spins them around there, because what's happening is he's trying to stay out of the way of that pack coming through. However, you'll see some of these in like the cup races and stuff, they run all the way down to the apron. However, you don't want to do that with the, you can't do that when they have the cones out with the Indy cars, for example, because it'll basically say you're cutting the course there. So that's what those cones are for, is to keep them in the normal racing groove. Obviously, with the old Phoenix, there was grass there, so that's a non-issue. But pit stops are underway already. Looks like Bud Steele's staying out here, is waiting for that pace car. Actually, let me get to the current session. There we go. Looks like the top 4 went ahead and stayed out, and then from 5th on back, starting with Ryan Kelly, they are all entering the pits here. See a little bit of damage. Oh, it's a good bit of damage actually there to the 10 car. I believe that was a Corey Lane. Let's go see what happened to him here. So I'm not sure when that happened, so we'll kind of have to jump around a little bit. So it must have been under trying to, yeah, it must have been something where they had to check up under yellow or something along those lines here. Oh, just too much rear brakes. Oh my goodness. Able to keep it going straight though. So I mean, so obviously you had to use a fast repair there, but he's still in the running here. But yeah, it just looks like too much rear brake there. And it looks like the 28 has just pitted as well. Charles Johnson, he's in the pits now. So it's actually going to be the top 3 now that have stayed out. And then from Ryan Kelly and 4th on back now will be the ones who have pitted for tires here. So just do a quick rundown. Actually, the first 3 are the same as they started in the race. So you got the 6 of Bud Steele in first. 202 of Matt Smith in second, and then in third is that 131 of Craig Forsyth. Those were your top 3 as things started off for this race, so they're holding their positions here. The 88 of Michael Spells, the 4th car in line there, he is 1 lap down, or sorry, 2 laps down actually at the moment. And then Ryan Kelly is in that 4th position, and he's actually moved, he started 10th and he's already up to 4th, so that's a really good start there for him in those opening just 10 or so laps there. And then also made a pretty good jump there was Jim Brooks in the 76 car. He started in the 16th position. He's currently running 9th. However, running at the top 5 though was Corey Lane in the 10. And then in 6th is James Ledford. 7th is Chad Wilkes in the 17 car. 8th is now Jim Brooks with that pit stop by Charles Johnson. 9th is Jeff Clark in the 922 right there. And then rounding out the top 10 is 36 of Art Peck. However, we are back on the 1 to green. And there's those cones I was talking about. So you have to stay to the outside of those cones, otherwise it's going to count you as cutting the track. And the other thing you have to really be careful about too is not hitting those cones, because it can actually get stuck on the wing of the car, and it takes a while for them to come out, and it does affect the top end of these cars. So that's going to be one more thing for them to kind of have to kind of stay on top of there. So as I say, that pace car is about to come off. I'll say we've already done 11 of the 100 laps, so we're going to restart here with 90 to go. So we'll 89 as they cross the line. So with the green flag coming, you can see them already stacking up, getting really ready to go there. Say green's back out. Say Bud Steele leading the way. We see Matt Smith all over the back bumpers, and see if he can take advantage of that draft and also just take advantage here. You can see right there in that 3rd position, Ryan Kelly's going to see if he can work over that 131 Craig Forsyth. Right now he's got the inside line, but it's all about the draft and the momentum down the straightaways. But right now the advantage I'd say is Ryan Kelly as they enter turn 1 and 2. See again, Craig moves up a little bit. That's going to open up the 2nd spot now to, or sorry, the 3rd spot to Ryan Kelly. That'll move him up now to 3rd. Move Craig Forsyth back to the 4th position. And again, say this is going to be the same thing. You're going to have to just try to stay out of the draft of these cars around you. You're just going to have to find pretty much a separate groove to run in as best you can. Otherwise, you're going to have a ton of aero push. So let's actually hop on board with the 13 here as he's trying to chase down that 202 of Matt Smith. You can see right there, he's able to run that bottom here. We'll see how the exit goes. So you can see he's right there still to his outside. Couldn't quite make it happen. But actually, they say Matt Smith washes up a bunch there off of 2. That's going to help his cause here. I think he's gonna have him clear. So that's actually now moves Ryan Kelly up into the 2nd position. Again, started 10th and restarted 4th, and now is all the way up into the 2nd spot. So a really good start there by that 13 car. So it looks like the 17 of Chad Wilkes is in a bit of a little gaggle here. So you've got Craig Forsyth, Chad Wilkes, Corey Lane, Jim Brooks, all right there from the 4th to 7th positions. Here you can see Jim Brooks taking a look to the inside, decides not to go for it yet. So as I say that though, you can see right there, he kind of, the 10 washed up a little bit, opened the door for that 76 to get by. So that's going to move Jim Brooks now up into the 6th position. And then actually while that was all going on, Chad Wilkes is also able to get around the 131 of Craig Forsyth, so that's going to move Chad Wilkes up into the 4th position here. But still up front at the moment is Bud Steele, so he's got about a 2nd lead or so over Ryan Kelly, and Ryan Kelly's got just over a 2nd over the 3rd place of Matt Smith. And I just saw right there, Jim Brooks working on the 131 here. Hasn't quite been able to make it happen yet to Craig Forsyth. As you can see right there, Craig was able to keep the momentum and then drop it back to the bottom and make the turn here. So he's gonna have to kind of regroup and see what he try to make that pass happen. That last time by though, actually Ryan Kelly's been about 2 to 3 tenths of a second quicker. He's charging right now, so he's right on the back bumper now. Well, not back bumper, but he's getting there on Bud Steele. So right now, Ryan Kelly's doing a really good job. You can see there, Bud Steele kind of running the middle of top line, but while Ryan Kelly's running the very bottom there, and that's I'm going to kind of probably repeat myself a bunch of times. I apologize for that, but that's going to be the critical thing is you need to be in that different groove. So basically, if Bud runs the very low side, then Ryan's going to need to try to find a different groove, maybe middle to the top. But right now it seems like Bud's more running the middle groove in 3 and 4. But the thing is, in 1 and 2, you really want to be on that bottom. As I say, that Ryan Kelly side there, just touched the apron, just locking him down and try to keep it straight. Oh no, he gets hit there. I think that was Chad Wilkes who got in contact with him. Looks like he's able to get away with just the 2 of them. However, let's go back and take a look here. And I'll show you in slow motion here with the with that 13 car, and you can already see it's already started. And you can see right there. So as they enter the turn here, Ryan Kelly's just trying to get as low as he can, but you can see right here he gets below that yellow line and he immediately unsettles the car, so he's trying to put the opposite lock in to keep it straight. But just at that point, these cars are just so stiff that just nothing he can do, so he's trying to lock it down. And then we'll jump back behind him with the 17 car. And so he's underneath the 202. He's kind of committed to being on the bottom. He tries to get to the bottom, sees that's where the 13 is going, tries to react, and just nothing he can do. And around goes the 17 car. Chad Wilkes, unfortunately, that's just terrible luck for him. So I'm guessing he did not get. Ooh. Hopefully you're not running VR. That is not going to be a fun ride there. And oh yeah, so he was not able to get flipped back over there. So unfortunately, that makes him have to take a tow there. So that's going to put him at least 1 lap down. Really unfortunate there for Chad Wilkes. Just wrong place, wrong time. Just no luck there. However, it looks like pretty much the whole field here has made their pit stops while we're going through there. Looks like Bud Steele's gonna hold serve on pit exit. Right now I'm seeing James Ledford and Michael. Oh no, Michael Spell was not able to get around. So it looks like James Ledford right now is staying out. He's probably going to try to get the wave around here to be the first car 1 lap down. So I'm waiting to see if he is indeed supposed to stay in front here. And so far it looks like it. Yeah, there's Michael Spell entering the pits on him down 1 lap. It looks like, yeah, Ryan Kelly, Chad Wilkes are both still in the pits here as well, so I don't know. They both may have had to take a tow there as well. So yeah, so it looks like James Ledford should get the wave around with the 1 to go. Let's say we're on lap 24, or sorry, on lap 25 of 100, so we're just at about a quarter distance already. I mean, just again, it just shows you how fast these laps go under green. Like I said, just over 20 seconds, or just under 20 seconds actually on fresh tires here. So we'll do a quick little rundown while we're under yellow. So again, leader at the moment is the 6 of Bud Steele. In second place is now Craig Forsyth in that 131 car. So that caution actually worked out pretty well for him. Third place is Jim Brooks in the 76. In fourth is Corey Lane. In fifth position is Matt Smith in the 202. In sixth is Charles Johnson in the 28 car. And then it's like seventh place Art Peck just pitted here, so that's going to move now the 86 of Kyle Hess up to the seventh position. Eighth will be the 00 of Timothy Wright. Ninth is the 44 of Dwight Plesh. And then rounding out the top 10 is the 99 of Mark Rabilis. Saying that we are on the one to go here. So jump back over to our leaders. Saying looks like the 17 of Chad Wilkes is back on track. So he's showing 2 laps down at the moment. James Ledford now back on the lead lap. Michael Spell, however, is 1 lap down. So Chad Wilkes is going to either have to hope that the 88's involved in a future incident and that way he gets the free pass, or he might have to just wait for an additional yellow to come out until he can get his wave around. So and right now 13 Ryan Kelly's still sitting in the pits as things run here. So pace car's in. Say green flag's about to come back out here for Bud Steele. It's gonna they get going there. So actually, look at Jim Brooks got a pretty good start there on the back of Craig Forsyth. We'll see if he's able to make anything happen with it. So he gets a pretty good run there off of 2. He's gonna take a look. You can see right there, Craig Forsyth go ahead and block the door there, protect that inside line here. And again, this is where they'll have fresher tires, so the aero push won't be as bad right off the bat. But I'd say it's one of those things that's gonna happen pretty quickly here. As I go through 1 and 2, you can see 76 got right to him, but just couldn't do anything with it there, and then that brought the 10 right up to him as well, of Corey Lane. So right now these guys are all just trying to see if they can kind of get that momentum and take advantage of the car in front of them, see if they can check up and maybe they can try to jump under him pretty much here. Oh, you see right there, I saw the 10 just had to stack up a little bit off of 2. So that opened the door there. Actually, I think the 202 had to slow up, and that opened up the door here for Charles Johnson. He's going to see if he can get both of them as they go through turns 3 and 4. Can't quite make it happen, but that's going to get Charles Johnson, though, around the 202 of Matt Smith. Moves him now up into the 5th spot. And you can say now you saw Matt Smith actually pushed up a bit there off of turn 2. Again, now you've got Kyle Hess trying to take advantage of that one as well. Bud Steele's kind of snuck away a little bit. He's got about a second lead over Craig Forsyth. However, Craig's got his hands full still with that 76 car. So he's still staying within that about a half a second or so, which there's going to be that kind of that happy window of where you need to be just in order to try to take advantage of the draft but not get that aero push. So that's going to be the thing that the 76 is going to have to be the most careful about. However, of course, should the 131 make any slight bobble, that'll really bring the 76 right up to him here. However, that last time by, though, Craig Forsyth was the quickest car on track by about a 1/10 of a second there. So he's definitely still doing what he needs to do here. So I look at lap times this time by. And this time it was actually Bud Steele by about a 1/10 of a second. And you can see right here comes that momentum we talked about by the 76. Trying to get to him, hasn't got there yet. So it looks like something happened to the 99 of Mark Rabilis. Unfortunately, there, it looks like he's going to enter the pits here. Looks like the 36 also is slow on the backstretch. No yellow yet. As I said, here comes the 76. He's going to make a look underneath that 131 of Craig Forsyth as they enter turn 3. Trying to get the job complete. They're able to keep it to the bottom, and that's going to put Jim Brooks up into the 2nd position now, behind Bud Steele. So this is where now same thing for Craig. As I said, a caution just came out. Looks like the 202 was involved. Was quite involved as he's still flipping through the front stretch. Let's go ahead and take a look here, see what happened to that 202 of Matt Smith as he's still flipping. All right. Oh, he's just too high off of turn 4. Catches the wall and said tires just launched that car. Oh, 88. Michael Spell looked like, oh, as he gets popped there as he's going by. I couldn't tell which blue car that was. And then he's just along for the right at this point. Actually, I think it was Dwight Plush that went by him before. So you can see the 88 of Michael Spell right there on the inside. And so that's where he comes to a rest, unfortunately. Same thing, going to have to take a tow for sure to get back up there. And then that's going to now move the leaders back up here. So I believe it's going to give Michael Spell the free pass. See if anybody decides to make pit stops here. Got 2. Jim Brooks decided last second he was going to go ahead and hop in. Bud Steele's going to stick with that track position. And it looks like actually Bud Steele might be a lonely man right now. He is the only leader that did not pit there. That was about a 10-15 lap run. Here comes Michael Spell. He's going to get that wave around here, put him back on the lead lap. And so something I wasn't even thinking about. I'm sure right now Chad Wilkes is saying, oh, come on, bud, I wish you had pitted there. That way I could have got one of my laps back with the wave around. So it looks like he will be still stuck 2 down. Out of Mark Rebillis, he's as well 2 laps down. So we'll kind of have to wait and see on that situation to see if I'm thinking Chad will probably go ahead and just pit here because I think otherwise he's going to still have to let all the leaders by. So kind of no gain if he stays out at this point. So we'll wait and see as they come around here through turns 3 and 4. And for pit exit, looks like Craig Forsyth. Yeah, there goes Chad Wilkes pitting now. Looks like Craig Forsyth actually won the race off pit road, and I have a feeling the 76 of Jim Brooks got caught speeding because he's having to let all of these guys go here. Or is he working on passing them back now? I'm waiting for it to cycle through. Oh, something happened to that 76 on pit exit. Missing that left front wing. Let's see what happened there. Let's go back a little further here. Oh, I think he just loops it on the pit exit. Just gets on the gas a little too soon, so you get the pit stop here. He's gonna be mad at me for finding this. Apologize. Oh, oh no, it goes right through. Actually, I think the 131 got away with it. I think luckily he was still in the pits there. So that's what happened to that 776 car. So again, apologies for catching that. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go ahead and pit here, get that wing damage repaired. That's unfortunate. It looks like I'll cycle through. He might be able to get away with just doing the wing change and not having to burn one of those fast repairs, however, so we'll keep an eye on that. So that's going to put Bud Steele here back in the lead. Craig Forsyth in second, Charles Johnson in third. Corey Lane will be fourth, and Kyle Hess will round out the top 5. We're on lap 39 of 100, so we're going to restart with we're going to restart just over 60 to go here. Again, so say just this track at Phoenix, I mean, they go through real quick here. So it's going to be one of those things again, and actually right now we have 3 cars 1 lap down. Now it's going to be between the 99 of Mark Rebillis, 202 of Matt Smith, and the 17 of Chad Wilkes. They are all showing 2 laps down. And right now it looks like Mark Rebillis is the highest running of those 3. So that's going to be a race within itself to try to get, because I mean that's going to be critical. Whoever gets this first lucky dog, they're going to be in the perfect position here. As the green flag is back out, so they see a couple guys diving to the inside to make sure they don't get into the back of somebody in front of them. However, Bud Steele's going to lead the way again under green. Got Craig Forsyth in second, Charles Johnson third. So we'll see what these guys are able to do. Again, so right now Charles Johnson's got about 10 lap older tires than those around him. We'll see how if that comes into play. As I say that though, Charles Johnson's going to try to make a charge here on Craig Forsyth for that second position. He's got the run off of 2. Now he's just going to have to try to send it a little bit. Oh, as I say that, Craig Forsyth kind of sends it in there, able to keep the position there. That definitely slowed up the momentum of the 28 car. Brought Corey Lane back into the mix as well. So you can see and that's just how quick these things happen here. I say he was all over the back bumper of that 131 for the second spot, but now it's now you got the 10 all over the back of the 28. So um, I think right now Charles just has to try to regroup here and get back after it. But right now, say it looks pretty much everything's holding pretty station at the moment. Say it looks like Chad Wilkes right now is leading now that battle for the free pass. Say he's got around the 202 of Matt Smith and the 99 of Mark Robillas. So that puts the 17 car in the 12th spot, first car 2 laps down. There is nobody 1 lap down at the moment, but as I say that, here comes Charles Johnson again, gets a really good run off of 2. He's going to get to the bottom of that 131. I think this time he'll be able to get the entry up the corner. So now it's just going to be if he can keep the momentum on the bottom and get the throttle out. But right there you can see Craig Forsyth keeps the momentum on the top side and is able to hold on to that second spot here. So, and oh, you see right there, there's that big arrow push that Charles ran into there as he came out of 1 and 2. He got out of it before he caught the wall. However, that opened the door here for Corey Lane. That's going to move Corey now up into the 3rd spot. So now he's going to see if he can try to chase down that 131 of Craig Forsyth. And the same thing, Charles is going to have to try to regroup here and get back after it. It's got a little bit of a gap to that 86 of Kyle Hess. But yeah, right now these guys are trying to dice it up a little bit. And as I say that, though, here comes Corey Lane. He's got a pretty good run here. He's going to see if he can charge after that 131. I'm saying right now, I'm sure Bud Steele's loving this in his mirror. So yeah, you guys keep fighting. I'm just going to try to keep sneaking away a little bit. But again, you can see right there off of 2, that 10 car, he got tight off of 2, and he's fallen off the back of that 131. That's bringing now the 28 of Charles Johnson right back into this mix. Looks like the 48 of James Ledford is in the pits. So that could, oh, I was saying, here comes the Charles Johnson again. He's going to take that 3rd spot back from Corey Lane and see if he can make a return charge here. However, it looks like, as I'm looking at the intervals here, it looks like actually Craig Forsyth starting to make a charge back again on Bud Steele. He's gotten back to within a second or so. As I say that, here comes now, I think that's the 17 of Chad Wilkes trying to, or no, I'm sorry, that's actually Kyle Hess, I should say, working on Corey Lane. And actually here comes Chad Smith as well. So Chad's got a lot of pace right now in that 17 car as he goes around both of them. So right now Chad, if he can get around these next 3 cars, he's got a ways to go, but if he can get around them, that's going to actually get him one of his laps back the hard way, which is extremely difficult to do. But you can see right now, I mean, he got by them. He's just setting sail right now. He's got some really fast lap times. So speaking of which, I'm going to look at those right now. So I'm going to wait for him to get a clean lap in here. Fastest lap that last time by was a 19.9 by Timothy Wright in the 9th position. So we're going to keep an eye here as they go through. And it looks like got 20.0 for Bud Steele, 20.1 for Craig Forsyth. Chad Wilkes ran an 18.875, so he's about 2 to 3 tenths of a second quicker than those leaders. So if he can keep that up, I mean, he's definitely going to start making a charge at them. So looking at positions here, I think the 76 has been kind of making a gain with some of these guys. As they say that, here he comes. He's going to be working on that 10 of Corey Lane. That's already going to move Jim Brooks now back up into the 4th position. Again, he had to restart at the end of actually at the tail end of the line due to that that damage exiting the pits here. So I'm sure he's going to be kind of kicking himself, just thinking what could have been had that not happened. But right now, say that moves Jim Brooks back up into the 4th spot. So next on his list, the same thing is going to be Charles Johnson, who's about, I'd say about a full straightaway ahead of him. Got about 7 seconds off of the leaders here. The same thing though, I mean, we'll wait for these lap times to start cycling through, but again, Chad Wilkes is still the fastest car on track by about 2 to 3 tenths of a second. Jim Brooks probably about the 2nd quickest right now, now that he's got that clean air. So right now Chad Wilkes is starting to work on the back of the 28 car. So he's not there yet, but he's definitely getting close. As you look on the back of Charles Johnson here, you'll see that 17 car kind of poke into the frame. There he is. And so that's going to be for the 3rd position on track. Again, right now Chad Wilkes is 2 laps down. However, If he can get around Charles Johnson and then get those next two cars, I mean, he's only about 2 to 3 seconds off of the leaders here. If he can get up to those guys, he could definitely see if he can get one of those laps back. And then if a caution does come out, he'd already be back on the lead lap. So that would be huge for Chad there. So a little further back here, we've got a pretty good battle here going now between the 922 of Jeff Clark and then the 86 Kyle Hess. This is for the 5th position here. Say right now it's looking at the lap times. Say it looks like Kyle Hess has kind of been on a bit of a charge here, as well as trying to see if he can find a way to get around that 922. And again, I talked about lap times right now. Jim Brooks is about 3/10 faster than those around him. And as I say that too, Chad Wilkes has gotten around the 28 of Charles Johnson. So up, saying as I said, a caution is out. So it looks like it's gonna be the 99 and the 44 involved. Yeah, you can see that 44 right there of Dwight Plesh. The 99 here of Mark Rubilis. You can see a really good job by these guys trying to just slowly but surely kind of get moving here before as the field comes through, not to try to get anybody else involved here. So let's take a look to see what happened there. So it looked like it may have started with, I'm not sure if it was the 44 or the 99. Oh yeah, I'm going to say, I think the 99 just, maybe he was trying to make a pit entry. So let's take a look as they come through. You can see it's below the yellow line, which will say definitely will definitely loosen the car up. And yeah, so you see right there, starts stepping out on him. So he tries to hang on to it, has the wheel all the way to the right, just nothing he can do. It bounces off the inside wall. And then he's just going to come right back up across the track. Oh, you see those two. Oh, there's more involved actually. There's those James Ledford. I think that may have been the 10 of Corey Lane as well. And that's also where the 44 got in there as well in that incident. However, we need to get up front here because the leaders are pitting. So here comes Charles Johnson is in. Craig Forsyth, Bud Steele, Jim Brooks. We talked about just having to be real careful now about spinning those tires on exit. Bud's able to hold the lead. So that's going to keep the 6 of Bud Steele now in the lead. Craig Forsyth will be second. And I think Charles Johnson was just able to hold off Jim Brooks for that 3rd position. That's going to keep Charles in 3rd, Jim in 4th. And then in the 5th position, I believe, is the 922 of Jeff Clark. Or Kyle Hess. Yeah, we'll go with Kyle Hess. And with that caution, that brings now Chad Wilkes is 1 lap down. Now he got that free pass position, so he'll be able to go ahead and pit and get some fresh tires. And it looks like he is the only driver at the moment 1 lap down. And it looks like the 44 actually of Dwight Plush might also now be 1 down here. Yeah, as I say that, yeah, he's in the pits here getting repairs and tires and fuel on that car. So I believe that's going to be the battle for the free pass position. Is going to be between this 44 here and the 17 right there of Chad Wilkes. And there you go. I'll say, look, he was trying to go, but they weren't ready for him yet. So right now, though, that's going to have the advantage be with, that'll be advantage Dwight Plush because he's going to have the track position on this restart. He's going to have a couple cars between himself and that 17. So that's definitely going to be something that he's going to look forward to. So still under caution here at Phoenix. We're on lap 62 of 100. We got 39 to go here. Right now, again, say quick top. Well, actually, we can do a quick top 5 rundown here. Leader of Bud Steele as they're coming through the backstretch. And it actually looks like the 28 of Charles Johnson. Looks like he may have pitted again or topped off. I'm not sure. So we'll have to see if, I don't know if that's a fuel strategy or what happened there. Something must have happened there to the 28 car. So that's now going to put Jim Brooks up into the third position with that, as they come through 1 and 2, or sorry, 3 and 4, which will eventually be 1 and 2. We're going to have Bud Steele in the lead, Craig Forsyth second, and Jim Brooks is in third position. So I'm guessing this is going to be where that 76 is going to try to take advantage of these fresh tires and kind of try to regain what he had lost on that spin there that he had on the pit exit earlier. Let's say he's done a really good job of regrouping back up here. Is to say that he's all over the back of that 131 and Craig Forsyth. Now it's just seeing if he can hit his marks here and get that run that he needs. He's got a good run off of 2. Just don't know if he's going to have enough to make the dive. Not yet. So that's going to keep them in order here. Right behind them is Kyle Hess, who's just waiting. Pretty much either of them make a mistake, he's going to be right after those guys. And for the first car 1 lap down, actually Chad Wilkes was able to get around the 44 of Dwight Plush. So right now, let's say, not that people want yellows, but let's say right now Chad Wilkes is definitely going to be rooting for a yellow because he was also very quick there on that longer run. Just unfortunately got caught up in that incident when Ryan Kelly spun off of turn 2. As I say that, though, here comes a really good run there for the 76 of Jim Brooks. He's going to take it to the inside here of Craig Forsyth as they enter 3. But we talked about how that top side can really roll the momentum on the top side, and there it shows right there. Craig Forsyth able to just drive through, just pretty much able to gap that 76 car. It seems like they have him in 1 and 2. They're a little quicker there. But Craig is really good on that top side in 3 and 4, and that's where they're not able to complete that pass. So if they want to get by him, I think they need to complete it before they get through turns, before they get to turn 3, I should say. So Kyle has kind of fallen off. He's about a second back or so of the that 76 car. So right now you got Bud Steele in the lead by about 7/10 of a second. Craig Forsyth, Jim Brooks right there. That's that battle for second spot. Third is Kyle Hess. Jeff Clark is Kyle is in fourth. Jeff Clark is in fifth. Then taking a look to see, I think Charles Johnson is trying to work on Corey Lane here. Oh, actually, no, it looks like that 17 of Chad Wilkes, he's still not done here. He's still making another charge at it. Even if he doesn't get the free pass, he's going to try to find a way to make it happen. You see the leaders going around the 48 there of James Ledford. Nice of him to kind of stay out of the way, let the leaders on through and fight. Again, though, here it goes again. 3 and 4. Jim Brooks able to get to the inside. Just can't make it happen right there off of turns 3 and 4. So it keeps Craig Forsyth in the second position here. But I say not for a lack of effort, though, by these guys. You see, it seems like now they're maybe trying different strategies here. Jim's just trying to find any way around Craig right now, but you see right there, he gets that big arrow push as they get out of it, gets really close to the wall off the exit of turns 3 and 4 there. Able to keep it off the wall, but let's say lost a little bit of momentum. He's going to have to kind of try to regain that and grab back after these guys. However, while they've been fighting like this, they're still able to keep in distance with Bud Steele. Still, like I said, it's actually intervals dropped a little bit here. I don't know if Bud made a mistake on that lap because he ran a 20.3, whereas the other guys around him were 19.9s or so. So I think Bud may have had a little bit of a hiccup that last time by. So that's brought the 131 and Craig Forsyth just that little bit closer to Bud Steele. However, that's going to bring him into that arrow push. But as I say, that looks like caution is out. I think it was the 36 of Art Peck. And that's exactly what Chad Wilkes is hoping to see there. That should put him back on the lead lap here. So we'll jump over to that 36 car of Art Peck. Yep, he's definitely missing some body panels on that car. Let's take a look and see what happened here. It's coming through. Oh, it's that exact same thing. He tries to keep it pinned on the bottom there to stay out of the way, and just gets loose and just pops the wall there. So nobody else is involved, luckily. However, I say that does bring out the yellow here. And it's going to be, I say we're getting close to the end here. So we are at 26 to go, be 25 this time by. Pit decisions, last minute decisions there by Jim Brooks there. However, that late decisions got that 131 and Craig Forsyth. He's definitely got a little bit of a gap now on the pit entry. So if he's able to hit his marks here in his pit stalls, that's going to definitely be able to help him try to hang on to that second spot, because right now it looks like all the leaders again have pitted except for that leader, Bud Steele. We talked about how difficult it is to pass here, and so yeah, right now that's exactly what Bud's kind of banking on. Is like, I need the track position more than anything else. So we'll keep an eye on Craig Forsyth as he leaves the pits. He's going to hang on to that second spot over the 76 of Jim Brooks. And we'll wait for the rest of the field to cycle through. I think it's going to be Kyle Hess in fourth in that 86 car. And I think it's going to be Corey Lane, I believe, in fifth. So it's nope, that's not Corey Lane. Is that Jeff Clark in that 922? Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, there's a second orange car, threw me off there. However, say we mentioned the free pass, so now you got Chad Wilkes now back on the lead lap. I say he will restart in the 10th position, however, most likely at the tail end of the field. So he's going to have to try to get around some of the lap traffic before he can really make a charge at it. However, again, he's got a chance again, and say we're going to restart with just over 20 to go. And then there's also, again, the potential of the 3 green-white checkered attempts for the end of this race. So we'll kind of have to wait and see how that all goes. But right now, say Bud Steele's, he's going to have about 15 or so lap older tires than those around him. However, he's got that precious clean air. I mean, that's the critical thing right now. That's what you're going to need to be able to hang on to this. So, as for those that are not on the lead lap at the moment, Dwight Plesh is in the 11th spot, 1 lap down, so he's actually by himself as the only car 1 down. Matt Smith is still 2 down, and then you got Mark Rabillis, James Ledford are 3 laps down. Art Peck is 7 laps down, and then unfortunately Ryan Kelly, after his incident, has retired from the race. Really unfortunate. Ryan had a really good run going there. Just made a small mistake getting on that apron, but it's just, this track will bite you. So you might be able to get away with it with the NASCAR Cup cars or Xfinity trucks, whichever. You can get away with it on those cars just because the way they drive. But these Indy cars, again, they're just so rigid. You touch that apron with that kind of a banking difference, it's just going to throw you around, unfortunately. So say we got the 1 to go here. We're going to restart with 22 laps to go. Again, top 5 is Bud Steele, Craig Forsyth, Jim Brooks, Kyle Hess, and Jeff Clark is the top 5. And 6 through 10 is Michael Spell, Timothy Wright, Corey Lane, Charles Johnson, and Chad Wilkes. So you can see the pace car duck off here off of turn 4. It's going to again put it back into the hands of Bud Steele. Again, here at Area 51 Racing League, they go on green, so Bud can't just drop the hammer whenever he wants to. So that will give a bit of an opportunity for those around him. Oh, as I say that, checkup on the restart. Oh no, already big wreck in the back there. So Chad Wilkes is able to sneak away. I think I saw the 44 involved in that one. And then I couldn't catch the other one up. Caution is out. And actually, no, the caution was for a different incident here. You got the 10 of Corey Lane. So there was 2 accidents there under that one. So let's go back and take a look. Oh no, I think it was Charles Johnson that got involved in that one as well. Let's go back. Looks like he just got loose off of, or actually looks like he just got loose really in one. So we'll take a closer look here. That was the 10 of Corey Lane. Yeah, and see Charles Johnson there right behind him in the background. So we'll take him. Yeah, you can see right there he's already out of the groove here. Cold tires, probably pressures aren't built up yet. Just gets loose as he comes around. And saying just Charles Johnson tries to get low, just not enough there, and that sends him around as well. And so that's actually where the caution came out. And see, oh, the 10 moves back up to the track, catches the outside wall there. And saying that's what brought out the yellow. And so you see Charles Johnson here. Looks, yeah, a little bit of right front wing damage there. However, just before that, there was also another incident here with the 44. I'm not sure who else was involved in this one. I look at actually the 99 of Mark Rabillis. Let's jump over to him here. I think it may have been a bit of a stack up on the restart, possibly. Yeah, it's like he's already reacting something. Oh, which car is it? That was the 202. Oh my goodness. That was where the 44 got hit too, and then they get hit again. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Who's right in front of those guys? Actually, I think it was right there with Corey Lane also. Yeah, so let's go back a little bit here. Oh, just a little bit of a checkup, stop and go, and then just kind of that accordion effect. That's pretty much what did it there. So nothing intentional, just obviously not intentional, but just that's kind of how it all happened there really quickly. Those are, and it's like you're getting kind of towards the end there in these restarts. You really want to go after it there. So and say that's the nature of these things. And say you got those little accordion effects, and that just winds up catching you there. So it's good to see you, Lynn. So I hope you're having a good evening. So unfortunately, Charles got involved in that last incident. So he's still running, still on the lead lap here. So nothing of his undoing on that one, unfortunately, just wrong place, wrong time. However, he's still in the top 10. I say so. He's still got about 15 or so laps when we get back going to try to make a charge here at the end. But right now it's been pretty much the Bud Steele show, and I think to be the aggressor here. So he's trying to see if he can make something happen. Oh, as I said, he makes a big lunge there entering turn 3. Can't quite make it happen. But I say Craig's definitely starting to turn the wick up here. He's ready to go. He wants to take advantage of this. As I say that, he's entering turn 1. Bud Steele washes up. Oh, it's going to be Jim Brooks underneath. They're going to try to go 3 wide for the lead. Someone's going to have to give. Right now, Bud Steele still hanging on to that lead. Jim's going to try to send it deep into 3. Can't make it stick. Put Craig Forsyth still back in second place. Jim almost hits the wall as they come off of turn 4. And so now it's going to be, Craig runs a little bit too deep again off of turn 2 again. Here comes Jim Brooks one more time. He's going to try to see if he can make this happen this time. Gets a run, isn't quite close enough. And yeah, sure enough, there goes Craig Forsyth around the top. Gets that momentum he needs. Say a little bit out of that screen there, Chad Wilkes is starting to make his charge as well. He's up into the 5th position. Again, you can see right there, unfortunately, Craig's just not getting through 1 and 2 as well as some of these guys around him. As I say that, though, he gets the run here on Bud Steele. He's going to have a run off of turn 2, sorry, off of turn 4. And actually, right now, they say Bud's kind of under fire right now from Craig Forsyth. I say, but the thing is, as soon as Craig makes a move for it, Jim's going to go for the opposite route. But while all these guys are dicing it up here comes Chad Wilkes in that 17 car, now 4th, and he's charging. So right now it's really anybody's game. I say we got 9 to go. Trying to keep up with everything going on here because these guys are putting on a show here towards the end. Say again, here comes Craig on the inside, entering turn 3. Going to try to take the lead here, send it in deep. Bud Steele's going to try to roll that top side here, able to keep the momentum up just enough, hold on to the lead as they go through off 4 through the front stretch into 1. And here comes Jim Brooks now, gets a big run off of 2. Oh, Bud Steele, something happened there. He had to back out of it there, so that's going to put now Craig Forsyth in the lead. And that's going to be now Craig with fresher tires and with the track position. That's everything he's looking for. I'm not sure what happened to Bud there. He's fallen off the pace a bunch here. We'll have to I didn't see anything happen. I'll have to maybe check with him after. I don't know if I want to interview him there. Unfortunately for Bud there, and here comes that commentator's curse again. Apologies for that, Bud. So we are at 5 to go here. So now with that clean air though, Craig Forsyth, he's kind of set sail here. He's going to come around. I believe that's the 48 of James Ledford. But right now he's got about a second gap though over Jim Brooks. Chad Wilkes is in 3rd, and they've all kind of evened out now. They're all within that 7/10 or so distance with each other here. Come around one more time here. We're at 4 to go now. Or now we're at the 5 to go. I apologize. I'm off a lap. So yeah, right now these top 3 are very spread out. So they've definitely got a big gap. I'm gonna go take, while this is going on, take a look at Bud Steele's car. Everything looks okay on it. I'd say his lap times are way off though. I'm not sure if something happened to him. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that 6 car, unfortunately, but right now he's showing in the 9th position, last car in the lead lap, but he's running like 3-4 seconds slower than the field. So I hate it for Bud. He was running a perfect race there. Just something at the end there happened to him. Right now, though, up front's about the same, about a half a second distance. We've got a pretty good fight, though, between that 922 and the 86 of Kyle Hess. This is a fight for the 5th position. So leaders are on 2 to go here. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the intervals as we go. And right now, Jim Brooks was about half a tenth of a second quicker than Craig Forsyth. Chad Wilkes is about half a tenth quicker than Jim. But actually, they're kind of all according up to each other, it looks like. And they're actually right behind Bud Steele as they hit the white flag lap here. So we are on the 1 to go. So here's Craig Forsyth. So he's starting to slow a little bit as well. It's kind of opening the door here for Jim Brooks. He's going to try to make this top side work, maybe try the over-under. As they come through 4, just gets too tight, and it looks like that's going to be Craig Forsyth here picking up the win at Phoenix. Jim Brooks in 2nd, and then Chad Wilkes in the 3rd position. As I say, just got around Bud Steele there. Yeah, I'm going to have to... I say I don't want to interview Bud because you never want to interview after someone has the race end like that, unfortunately. However, really good run there by those leaders. That was a really good battle there at the end between Craig, Bud, Jim, and Chad there. A lot of fun to watch. So let's go ahead and see if we can grab some of these finishers here. We'll start with our 3rd place finisher here, Chad Wilkes. really up and down day. I mean, you had a really fast car there. Obviously got caught up in that incident with the 13 earlier on the run, got put 2 laps down, and able to get them both back, and then get all the way back up to that third position. Just maybe just need a few more laps to try to really challenge for the win. But that was a oh, and actually my push talk button wasn't working there, so let me fix that first here. All right, now that my push talk's working, so Chad, yeah, I mean that was quite the up and down day for you. I say you were 2 laps down once, unfortunately, when you got caught up in that incident with the 13 of Ryan Kelly. Able to rebound, get the 1 lap back, then the 2nd lap back, and then able to recover and just charge your way through the field a few times, even when you were laps down there to recover for third. Um, I mean, what? Take us through your night. I mean, obviously it was an eventful one for you. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about just how critical track position was, and you were one of the few that were really able to make those big moves. I mean, and again, you made it multiple times when you were 2 down to get to be in that position, and again with 1 down. There's at one point when we had that longer run where I was like, okay, you know what, he's just gonna get his lap back the hard way, the way he's going pace wise. So I mean, yeah, you did an outstanding job for a track like Phoenix to be able to do that. That was an awesome job there tonight. No, I'll say whatever it was, you did an awesome job with that. I'll say, like I said, made the best of a bad situation. So, yeah, really good job with that third place, and want to give you the chance here for any thanks and shots you'd like to give for that finish tonight. Yeah, they did a good job. So, congrats again on that third place finish, and say I look forward to catching you again on Thursday with the Cup cars. And yeah, great job again tonight. All right, we'll pull up the second place finish here, the 76 of Jim Brooks. So you also had to make a bit of a kind of recovery drive, if you will, there. Had that little bit of a spin and say, apologize. I did catch it on, so I had to kind of see what happened to you there. Thought you got a speeding penalty, and then found out that there was more to it than that. But recovered well. Say just couldn't quite get around that 131 before. And I guess I have to ask, with you being a teammate of his, do you know what happened to Bud Steele there towards the end? Because I have a feeling I cursed him, unfortunately. Okay, yeah. So we weren't sure if something happened or not. So, but I mean, we were talking to Chad there about being one of the few that was able to make passes under that green flag run. You were the other one, 'cause, I mean, you had to come through the back at least once there during it. And it seemed like you really had 1 and 2 down really well, where some of those guys that struggle, you were able to make that charge. And then of course then that really good battle at the end between the three of you for the win at that point. So I mean, take us through take us through your race. I think it was, yeah, Craig, yeah. Yeah, it was exciting to watch, and yeah, you're exactly right. I was watching with you and Craig fighting. You definitely had him in 1 and 2, but he could just make that top roll in 3 and 4 where you couldn't quite keep the power down, unfortunately, as you needed to off of 4 to get that momentum on eggs, and that was just he was able to get what he needed to kind of finish the exit to then have the momentum down the front stretch. So, but no, it was a ton of fun to watch. Really exciting to be able to broadcast. I was trying to keep up with you guys. It was all changing so quick there at the end. I'll say you had a really good runner-up finish though, and definitely want to give you the opportunity here for any thanks and shouts you'd like to give for that result tonight. And I've pressed the wrong buttons again on the stuff. So I had, unfortunately, my interviews weren't working with Chad and with you until just now. So apologies for that. So I'll have to fix that for future ones.
Live and learn.
Well, I'll say it's our runner-up, Jim Brooks. I'll say apologies. Thank you for the heads up on the stream thing. I'll say I'll have that fixed for this next one. But yeah, so let's go ahead and grab our race winner here, the 131 of Craig Forsyth. Say I think I got all my the kinks styled out of here for the interviews now. So, well, so your luck finally turned for the better, huh, Craig?
It was good to get a win. It was not the way I mean, obviously, Bud had all of us completely beaten. This was his track. It was just he rubbed up against the wall and 10 to go, and that was unfortunate. But it was nice to get a win.
Yeah, same. I mean, that battle between you and Bud and Jim, I mean, that was a amazing one to watch. Obviously, you guys had the fresher tires while he had the track position. That was obviously critical on that situation there. And then just you were able to make that top work really well in 3 and 4. Like it looked like that 76 of Jim Brooks was able to get to your inside, able to kind of try to make that charge entering one, but then you could roll the top and just be able to keep that momentum on the top side. Was that something you had figured out that there was some speed up there on 3 and 4, or just kind of by necessity, really?
I would love to say it was planned, but I was awful in turn one, and the whole race I just could. These guys are so good at knowing when they can accelerate to get right to the edge of the wall, and I'm too new at this track to be that brave. So I was just setting myself up with the knowledge that I could carry my speed through the back end of the track, and it seemed to work every time someone would get a run on me. I could still maintain the outside. So it worked for me, but man, it was humbling to see how much faster everyone was going through the first turn there compared to me.
Yeah, that's these guys. Yeah, they don't mess around with some of these tracks that they're able to run. And I'm in the same boat with these cars at Phoenix. Is just and that's kind of there was one where they kind of cut it too low, caught the apron. Then obviously that's something you can't do with these cars. But like you said, I mean, you were able to at least adjust and make the top side work there through 3 and 4 to hold on to your track position, and then say just be able to take the advantage of that situation at the right time and be able to get that win here tonight at Phoenix. But yeah, I say, like I said, you've had some bad luck, unfortunately, able to turn the corner finally tonight. So I want to give you a chance for any thanks and shots like to give for your win this evening.
No, I just want to thank the guys. I mean, it's week in, week out. They put on a good race, and it's nice to know all of them and race with all of them. So it's looking forward to more races in the future.
All right, I'll say congrats again, Craig. I'll say it's good to see you get the win over here and kind of break that curse. Hopefully, get the monkey off your shoulders, and say I'm sure you'll be able to kind of jump after him from here. All right, so that was our winner, the 131 of Craig Forsyth. Again, apologies for those first two interviews. Yeah, the headset part was muted for some reason. I'm not sure what that was all about. So while we're doing that, though, we'll get the rest for the Cup Series. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening.